Yeah, shall we start?
Yes.
Yeah, in the previous class, did you remember or forgot?
Yes, ma'am. Addition of matrices, ma'am.
Yeah, I asked you to just wait. Yeah, I asked everyone to find the matrix multiplication, right? Did you remember?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, only one patch. Remaining everything clear, everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So previously we have seen what is this multi-dimensional array. How you are going to write the multi-dimensional array? That means initialization, declaration, everything. Once again, I am going through the slides. Once you see, I think I did not share this with you, right? So what is a matrix? Why do we need matrix? How we are going to use this initialization? And how many elements it can hold a two-dimensional
matrices
array?
you did not share it anymore.
Yeah, after completing this, I will share today.
Okay.
Only 2 or 3 slides are there. That matrix multiplication and transpose. After completing that, I will share with you. So we have seen why do we need matrices and what are the different types we are going to declare. These are all things we have seen, right? And you have found the difference also. If you write from 0, what happens? If you write from 1, how you can declare that? So row 0, row 1, row 2. These all things remembered. This is a program for what? This is the program for what?
Addition.
See properly? Any addition there here?
Matrix.
Only displaying purpose. We have seen only for displaying, na? Taking input and displaying. This is for addition of two matrices we have seen. And what is the main difference for addition and subtraction of two matrices? Everything is same.
It lasts the
Except-
same thing.
Yeah, only signs should be changed, right? And I asked you to do some, what is that, regarding multiplication of matrices, right? So did you do that? Did you try? Okay, no problem. Let me explain now. So what is this here? Multiplication of two matrices. And previously we have seen addition, right? So that time A plus B equal to B plus A or not? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yeah. But coming to here in matrices, this is not true. This is false. Okay, why? Why this is false? And we already know what is the main condition to do matrix multiplication. It already written, see. Number of columns in first matrix should be equal to the number of rows of second matrix, right? So this may be changed. If same order, this is true. But if not same order, this will be false. So remember this thing. Matrix A multiplied with matrix B is not equal to matrix B with A. Why? Because these are of not same order every time. And what is the condition we are having? Number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in the second matrix. In other words, what we can say, inner dimensions must be equal. What do you mean by inner dimensions? And what do you mean by here outer dimensions are there, Simon? And how is the resultant matrix? What is the size of resultant matrix? Now, for example, yes, everyone know what is a matrix, no?
Yes,
In
ma'am.
maths you are doing, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
But after long time you are remembering this matrix multiplication, I think.
No, ma'am. Even in our current max syllabus also we have it.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
then fine. So for example, matrix A, matrix B is there, resultant matrix C. So for example, this is of 2 by 3, this is of 3 by 2. Now matrix multiplication possible or not?
Yes, ma'am. Possible.
Ma'am, it is possible.
It is possible. Why?
ma'am.
Because number of columns of first matrix is equal to the number of rows of second matrix, right? And what is this resultant matrix? What is the order of this resultant?
2
2
matrix.
cross 2.
2 by 2.
2 cross 2.
Yeah, that is nothing but 2 by 2 matrix. If for example, here 2 is there. So now the matrix multiplication possible or not?
Not
No, it
possible.
is not possible.
Not
It
possible.
is not possible because here number of columns of first matrix are not equal to the number of rows of the second matrix. So everyone, now what is this? Here it is the multiplication is possible if the number of columns in the first matrix should be equal to the number of rows in second matrix. In other words, inner dimensions must be equal. Inner dimensions are nothing but these two. And outer dimensions are nothing but these two. Now this will be the resultant matrix or not? The resultant matrix is the number of rows in first matrix by the number of columns of the second matrix, right? Yes,
Yes,
in
ma'am.
other words, these are nothing but outer dimensions or outside dimensions. Simpler words. Okay. And coming to multiplication of two matrices, how the two matrices are multiplied if the condition is satisfied? If the condition is satisfied, that means here in our example, L is there, number of columns, number of rows. Okay, now these are okay, fine. Those two are same, equal to. Now entering to our matrix multiplication. Have your matrix multiplication is going on first row with first column, right? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
First row is first column.
Yeah, first row, first column. Next first row, second column. In that way going or not? And it is stored in the particular area. So what is this area now? See here, this is ith row, this is jth column. And the resultant should be stored at C of ith row, jth column. Clear? And you know how the matrix multiplication is done. We'll see clearly now. Now for example, this is our example. Now what is this? Row 0, row 1. Column 0, column 1. Isn't it? And this is row 0, row 1, row 2. Column 0, column 1, column 2. Now how I should do my matrix multiplication?
And first
Row
row,
0,
first
C
column.
0.
I mean,
Say me the values.
R0,
First
C0.
of all, I'll write this matrix order. What is this? 2 rows, 3 columns. This is 3 rows, 2 columns, right? Now what will be our resultant matrix? Obviously 2 by 2 matrix. Now say me this first value. How this first value is stored now?
Yes, ma'am.
I will
1
say you.
into 0, 2 into
Row
1.
0 with row column.
Yeah, first row 0 with row 0 of A matrix. This is B matrix, for example. Row 0 of A matrix is multiplied with C0 of B matrix, right? And that is stored here, right? That will be stored here. Can you say me the value?
22, ma'am.
Yeah, 22. So 22 will be stored here. So now what is this? Now this is matrix C, right? Previously here we have seen what? C of ij, right? Isn't it? Now C of ij in the sense, now this is I and this is j, right? So what is this value? I equal to 0 and j equal to 0. So this I call as C of 0, 0. Yes or no?
Ma'am.
Yeah,
Yes,
what is
ma'am.
the next one? This one? No need value, say me just array. C of
0 1.
0, 1, ma'am.
yeah 0, 1. And this is
1 0.
1 0.
yeah, 1,
One,
0, 1, 1.
1 1.
Okay, now that values are going to be stored here. Now what is the second one? Second value, how will you get here? 1 0. Now finished. This row is finished with this column. Next what? How I will get this value? This value you say me.
R1, C0.
Yeah. Now R1 and C0. That value will be coming here. You can see that value also. 54. So whatever the values, if any mistakes are there, leave that. Just go for the logics. Maximum no wrong. But if any time. Okay, clear that one. Now can anyone say me this one? Which we have to multiply?
R0
R0
C1.
C1.
Yeah, R0 C1 is going to be multiplied in the same way the next one. Yes, everyone clear this regarding this rows and columns?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then only we can go for our matrix multiplication program. So here, once you remember, so to get this statement, in our loops, we are going to use one for special loop. I will take the value for k. Only for this statement. This statement in the sense, this also will be there for looping purpose. See, directly we can't write this value, right? We have to again multiply, add. This one should be multiplied, this should be multiplied, this should be multiplied, and later everything should be added. Right. For this purpose, I will take one for loop. So remember where I will take, I will show you. Okay, and my final resultant matrix is this one. Yeah. First of all, I will consider my rows of matrix 1. Okay, rows of matrix, for example, I am taking matrix A, matrix B, matrix C. These two are my inputs. This is my resultant matrix. Okay, and resultant matrix. Yeah, first matrix rows are denoted by R1, columns are denoted by C1. See, I'm not writing total program, just I'm mentioning you how we are going to write. Why? Because it is very lengthy program. Only what I am discussing, you listen now. So what is the first we have discussed? We are using 3 matrices for our matrix multiplication. What are the input matrices? What are
A
input?
and B.
A and B are input matrices. C is resultant matrix. And what is the rows and columns we are denoting? R1, if I say R1, then you have to think it's rows of matrix A. If I say R2, rows of matrix B, you have to remember. And what is the condition? What is the condition to enter the procedure?
Number of columns in the first matrix is equal to number of rows in the second matrix.
Now this is our condition, right? If this condition is true, enter to the loop. Or else, while, if condition, this one, you write some conditional statements. What is that? If this is true, you have to enter into the loop, and what is that? You have to take the matrices as input, right? If this is true, if this condition is true, if this condition is true, what should I do? This is not
Ma'am, it's
equal.
while or
Not we cannot multiply.
Yeah, we cannot multiply. Here some statements we have to write. You cannot multiply. Enter other matrices of same order. Either you can use this one or you can use this one. This is not equal to, this is equal to. If this is true, you have to enter the loop.
ma'am, that is while or else.
While. I'm saying this is one kind of statement. This is one kind of statement. You can use anything I'm saying. Separate statement, separate.
Okay.
Okay. This is separate statement. Either you can use this or you can use this. Don't use both. Okay. Yeah, now coming to what? 2 matrices I have entered. Everyone know how to enter 2 matrices, right? Or again, shall I say you that one? No need, right? Did you remember? Say something. Did you remember or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. For example, now if I have taken only one, I will say first matrix. If I take, how I have to take the for loop? And here I and J are number of rows and number of columns. Yeah, what is my first for loop? Forgot everyone.
Int I is equal to 0.
Okay, already I have declared, you think I equal to 0, I. Next.
I less than n.
R1.
R1. Here
R1.
not n. I plus plus. In the same way, J equal to 0, J less
less
than
than C1.
C1, sorry,
C1.
J plus plus.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And next, Cin I will write A of ij. In the same way, we are taking for second matrix also. I am not writing the for loops. Directly I am writing. So why? Because you already know. So now these two matrices are entered. Okay. Now two matrices are entered. So for example, I will take my matrices as previously what we have taken. 2 by 3 and 3 by 2, right? So I will take one 2 by 3 matrix, one 3 by 2 matrix. Otherwise, I will say you in the next slide. That will be easy. And next thing, what we have to do now? Now A of ij we have entered. B of ij entered. A of ij, for example, 2 by 3 matrix I have taken now. Some different numbers I am taking. And 3 by 2, 0, 1, 5, 1, 4, 6, something. Okay, now A, this is A matrix, this is B matrix. Now my resultant matrix should be A into B. That is C. So what should be that? 2 by 2 matrix should be that. Isn't it? Now this is 2 by 3 matrix. This is 3 by 2 matrix. Yeah. What is our logic also we have seen. Now what should I do? Now to get this C matrix, what should I do now? What should I do now?
Multiplying R0 with C1.
First row with the first column.
Yeah,
C0.
that all we require. We will multiply everything. Before that, how I should write my for loop? See now, here previously what we have written, R1, C1 written. What is R1? This is nothing but 2. What is C1? This is nothing but 3. Right. Now what is our resultant matrix? It is 2 by 2. 2 by 2 in the sense, this is R1 and this is
Column
C1.
2.
Sorry, C2.
C2, ma'am.
Isn't it? So now how my for loop should be there now for C matrix? I equal to 0.
R1.
I is less than?
R1.
Yeah, R1. Everyone, did you understand how did I get here R1?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. What is next for loop?
J is equal to 0.
Yeah.
J less than C2, J plus plus.
Yeah, fine. Sorry, J plus plus. Now this is clear, everyone? Now for loop, that should be resultant matrix should be 2 by 2 in our example. So I'm going to take R1 C2. Now what is the process? Now one matrix created of 2 by 2 and empty spaces are created here. Right. Now what should be my logic? We'll see the logic in the next page. So first of all, resultant matrix is nothing but C of ij. So every time we will be adding that value, so that's why I'll go for C of ij equal to 0. If we don't take C of ij equal to 0, what will happen? All the garbage values are going to be taken. Yeah, now to multiply and to add. Now multiply and add means you think now what are the previous values there? 1 into 0. Next 2 into 1. Next 4 into 5. Now this is multiplication done, right? Now what is the value here? 1 plus 2 plus 20. 23. Sorry, not 1. No one is saying why. 1 into 0, no one is saying.
I was saying.
Saying.
Okay. So now this we require, right? Every time C of ij is going on adding. So if I don't take here C of ij equal to 0, it will take the garbage values for the first value. That's why we are going to take C of ij equal to 0. Now previously I have said you for loop we are going to take here. How we are going to add. So can you say me now how the for loop is written? How the for loop is written? I am taking another variable k. Next, can anyone say me the condition? Can anyone say me the condition here? Think properly. See now, see this one. What is this? R1. We have taken R1, right? Or R0 we have taken. Which one we have taken? R0.
R0, ma'am.
R1. And this is C0, C1. First thing, R0, that means 0, 0 is multiplying with 0, 0 or not?
Yes, ma'am.
So first column we are multiplying. Yes, right? Did you get my question here? What you have to write here? Think about that. I will write the condition. So what is the condition? C of ij matrix should be equal to, how you are writing the values? Multiplication, how you are doing?
A of ij into B of ji.
You don't go again for j. We are taking another separate statement called for k. Why? Because here, now this I am representing as k. If I take ij again, it will be confused. So here,
Yes,
that's
ma'am.
why I have declared k. So here I will write
A
P
of
of
k
ij.
plus
P of ij will be same. A of
A of
ik into
into B of ki.
kj. This is second one, na?
Kj.
That's why kj.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And this is my statement. Now can you say me this one? What will be here? What should be there? Either you can take, what is this? R2, or you can take C1. Why C1 here? Why R2 and why C1? See here in our example, what is C1 here? How many, there this one? Sorry, this one, this C1. How many columns are there? Otherwise I will write here C1s. Our example matrix is this one. This is C1, this is R2. Less than this should be there or not? Why less
C1
than
is
that?
3.
Why? Because our matrix, resultant matrix is 2 by 2 matrix. That's why I will write my condition as less than C1 or else less than R2. Anything I can write. Yes, clear everyone. Why the condition this one? Why? Because our resultant matrix is of R1 by C2. So if we write the condition here less than C1 or R2, that will be fine, right? If I write R1, listen me carefully. If I write R1, what will happen? What is my R1 in this example? R1 equal to 2, right? So here it will be 2. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we will trace our. Now say me the values of R1, C0, everything you have to say me the values. Previously, did you write that example? Did you make a note of this example? You write these values 124,399, 01, 1456. Write that. Did you write everyone? Yes, written or not? Say me some answer.
Ma'am, written.
Yeah. So
Yes,
that,
ma'am.
sorry. So that I will write here now. Now say me, what is my R1? I will write the values here. R1, R2, C1, C2, I, J. What is R1?
R1 or R0?
R1. This is matrix A, this is matrix B. R1. How many rows
One
in
is 1,
matrix
2,
A?
4.
22.
2 rows.
2 rows.
Yes, ma'am. Two
Yeah.
rows.
And this one?
Ma'am, 3 rows.
Yeah, 3 rows. This one?
3 columns.
This is 3. This is 2, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Now I think we don't require this one. Okay. Now what is my first I value? previously here 2 loops I have written, right? You consider these 2 loops and semi. So what is my I value in the first loop? I value is 0. 0 is less than, what is written here? R1. What is R1? 2. So
R1
enter
is
to
2.
the loop. J value 0 and 0 less than C2. So what is
2.
C2? 2. So enter the loop. Coming to this one now. Now what is my C of I value is 0, J value is 0. This is written as J. Now enter into the, 0. Enter into the loop. What is my K value? K is 0
0.
and 0 less than, what is C1? 3.
3.
Enter to the loop. Now what is first one? C of 0, 0. That means here we are finding now this value. C of 0, 0. So C of 0, 0 equal to, what is my C of ij first declared here? This one.
0.
What is? So
0.
directly I am writing 0. Now A of I value is 0, K value is 0 into, what is my K value? K value is 0, J value is 0. So say me the values of A of 0, 0.
1.
Yeah, 1. B of 0, 0.
0.
B of 0, 0.
0. 0.
Yeah, 0. 0. Yeah, this is, what is this then?
0.
Yeah, that is nothing but 0. Now is this our final 0 here? Is this our final 0 here?
No, no. No,
No.
no.
Again, it will be again should be added. Why? Because here only K value is 0. Next now, again entering into this loop itself. Now what is my K value? K equal to 1. 1 is less than 3. True. So now C of A value, J value not changed, right? C of 0, 0 equal to, now what is here again? Yeah, what is here again?
0. 0 again.
So here anything missed? Not missed, right? Yeah, this
No.
is again 0. Now this value only written here. 0 plus A of I value 0, K value 1
1.
into B of, what is this, K value 1
1.
and J value 0. Now what is this value? 0 plus
2.
A of 0, 1.
2.
Yeah, A of 0, 1 is 2 and B of 1, 0.
1.
Now what is this? That
1.
is nothing but 2. 2. 2 into 1 plus 0. This is 2. Okay, clear. Now this is stored here. Next. Again the loop is incremented. K value 2, 2 is less than 3. Again same with this value here. Now these two should be replaced here. 2 plus A of 0 and K value 2. Next into B of K value 2 and J value 0. So what is the final value? 2 plus A of 0, 2.
4.
Yeah, 4. B of 2, 0.
5.
5. Now what is the final value?
22.
22. Now that means this is 0 is replaced with 2, 2 is replaced with 22. Sorry, this is not addition. Now clear why we are going for this loop? So to add each and every item, to add each and every element of, what is this, 0, 0, 0, 1, everything should be added or not? This one. This one. Now did you understand why we have taken that loop? Yes, everyone is clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, clear everyone. In the same way, we are now what is K value? Again, K is incremented. K is 3. 3 less than 3, false. Now where it should go? Now where it should go? Now this is finished. This is false. So this loop will be terminated and going to this line. Right. Now I value incremented. I will become 1. 1 is less than, what is R1? R1 2, 1 is less than 2. So it is checking, again entering to the loop. Again J value incremented, again it is checking, and again it is going into the loop. And by this statement you are getting the output. Yes, clear everyone? Matrix multiplication?
Yes, ma'am.
Only one answer I got.
Yes,
What
ma'am.
about remaining?
Yes,
Are you, is anyone sleeping there? No answers.
Yes.
Understood, ma'am.
Yeah, clear everyone? So I
Yes.
will show you the program. See, this is my program. So this is very lengthy program. So instead of this, what can you do? See, directly how we have written, now I have written just what is this main method, and here I have taken C, don't worry, here I have taken multiplication, nothing. And here while condition, I'm taking some R1, R2, I'm entering, and next entering the elements into the first matrix, second matrix, storing the elements into the second matrix. These all things is very lengthy program. How can you cut short this one then? How can you cut short this program? Can't you do with functions? Yeah. You can do with functions, right? Instead of going into many loops directly, you can go for functions and you can write one single statement. That will be enough for you. So can you try with functions? If time permits you? No answers. That means you will not try.
We can try, ma'am.
Ma'am, we will do, ma'am.
Yeah, good. Now coming to the transpose. So what do you mean by
Ma'am, I have one doubt.
Yeah.
Ma'am, should we display only the resultant matrix, or should we display the input matrices also?
If you want, you can display the input matrices also. If you don't want, if you know that however the matrix is going to be taken in by the user, right? So if you
Yes,
don't
ma'am.
want to display, you don't need to display. That's as your wish. Only logic is important for us.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, here for representing the number of rows and columns, you are using R1, R2, C1, C2, no, ma'am.
You can use anything, any variable you can use, no problem.
Can we use RA, CA, and RB, CB?
That's better. Then it will be comfortable for you also.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's fine.
See, whenever you are working with one program, variables your wish, input your wish, output should be correct according to the logic. Only we require the logic and the output. That means output in the sense, if the suppose user, for example, multiplication, whatever the inputs you can take, 5 into 6, I want what? I want the logic, I want the 5 into 6 should be correct answer. Okay? So more programs you have to work with the user input only. That means user should give when he runs the program. Okay? You're coming to the transpose of matrix. What is transpose of a matrix? I hope everyone know about this. So that is nothing but you are writing the rows of A as columns of another matrix called as A transpose. Isn't it? Or else column of A as written as A transpose. So for example, this is matrix A. Matrix A transpose, how will you write? Send me the values.
1, 3, 2, 4.
Ma'am, 1, 2, and 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. How I should write then?
1, 3, 2,
Column
4.
1
1
in
is
column
written
1.
in column 1 and the 3, 4 is written in column 2, ma'am.
Row 1, 3.
Yeah. Row
2,
1,
4.
1, 3, row 2, 2, 4. So I hope everyone know this one. So how we will write now? And see here, if A is M by N matrix, then A transpose is nothing but N by M matrix. Remember that keywords, right? So how we are going to write a program then? Can anyone say me? Only you say me the logic. Everything I don't require. Enter the matrix, for loop, that all things I don't require. Only
Ma'am,
I
I think
want the
just
Your
wrap the
JI
values.
Ma'am, I
will
think we have to
use
write
a for loop.
Aij equals to Aji.
Ma'am, we'll use a for loop for again take one variable
Yeah.
A.
First of
EJI
all,
is equal to AIJ.
one for loop to display A of ij. That means take elements. Now, for example, we have taken in this way. So now I have taken this as Aij. So you will write one for loop. Right. Now, another matrix should be created, right? Yes or no? Now this is A. This is A transpose. Another matrix should be created. Again, I will go for one for loop. Same things. I equal to 0. Suppose, for example, I am taking m by n. M rows and n columns. I is less than m. I plus plus. In the same way, j is less than n. J plus plus, right? Same thing. Next, what is the statement I require now? Someone said previously. Now,
Ma'am, Aij equals to Aj, we can take.
this I will take as matrix B, for example. A transpose is denoted by matrix B, I am thinking. Yeah, someone said, what is that?
Aij equals to Aj, it will become now.
See this value mine. I am taking, see, A transpose I can't take in the matrix format, right? So I am taking this as matrix B. This is matrix A, or else small letters only will mention. Yeah, same now. So here nothing but, someone said that correctly, but some little change.
We'll take, ma'am, we'll take one more variable like K.
No need K. Directly you can write here. See once, these columns should be written as rows. So, column is represented with J, right? This is directly written as I. So here simple letters. B of Ji equal to A of Ij. That's it. Now see here, A of 0, 0, or else we'll take this one, 0, 1. A of 0, 1 is stored as B of, what is J value? 1 we are taking. What is I value? 0. Just it is transposed or not? Single line, that's enough. Yes, understood everyone?
Yes, ma'am, got it.
Just rows and columns are going to be changed. That's it, exchanged. And for displaying purpose, finally displaying how you should write. For example, this is 3 by 2 matrix. 3 by 2 matrix will be transposed to 2 by 3 matrix, right? So number of rows and columns are going to be changed here when you are transposed. So I will write one for loop in this way. I is, you say me that, and J is.
I is less than N.
Yeah, I is.
Less than N.
Yeah, n, and this is less than n. Why? Because our
N.
resultant matrix is changing here. So that's why we are going to change this also for display purpose. You have to remember only three things. One is to take input, right? One is to again another create one matrix, and you have to change that rows into columns and columns into rows. And final matrix, the order is going to be changed as per the rules of the transpose of a matrix. So to display that, you have to change only this one. Is clear everyone? Clear or not?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So with this, our 2D matrices are going to be completed. Yeah, here it is the program. So today I will share you this multi-dimensional array, and we'll see one or two slides of these functions and arrays. So up to now you have worked with functions and arrays separately, right? We did not combine and see that one, isn't it? Yes or no? I hope you also worked with functions and arrays in your assignment, I think. Did anyone do in that way?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
sir. Yes,
Oh,
ma'am.
you already have done.
Yes, ma'am.
Functions, arrays, both you have used.
Like just basics, like that's it. Not
No, what
complete.
I'm saying is in a single program, functions and arrays.
Yes, ma'am. We can
Arrays.
use functions.
That's how we should do
inside the
second
array.
problem, right? Without
Okay, you have done then. So here I am saying you syntax for passing arrays as function parameters. You have worked with functions and arrays separately. but you did not pass arrays, I think, right? Did you pass arrays in this way or in this way? Oh, you already have done this one.
Actually, I've seen the syntax in Google, so
Not
with
yet,
that,
ma'am.
I
I tried.
continue.
Ma'am, I tried in the question 9 of assignment, but it was hectic, ma'am.
Okay, whatever it may be, I'll give you overview otherwise then. Okay, only this is you have known, but remaining how it is working you don't know, right? So here we are passing arrays as function parameters. So did you remember 4 types of functions? Remembered or not? 4 types of functions.
Yes, ma'am.
With
Yes,
the
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
parameter, with return value, without parameter, those all things.
Yes, ma'am.
Isn't
Remember.
it? Here now I am passing arrays as parameters. Okay, and the syntax is return type, function name, data type, array name. See, you can see this example here. This is return type, this is function name, and this is array name and array size. Only this you have seen, right? We'll see the example of this program. See, for example, I am taking to display marks of 5 students. Okay, I'm going to display marks of 5 students. So for that purpose, I'm declaring, for example, I'm going for main function. Okay, how I have to declare my array? Array.
First name, array name,
Yeah, array name and array size.
size.
And here I'm going to declare some 5 elements. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, for example. And I want to display this marks, right? So I'm taking a function name called as display and I'm writing marks. So what is this marks here? And I'm writing a return statement, return 0. So what is marks here? You have to say me. Now I have to write this function definition, right?
Yes,
So
ma'am.
I will take void display of, what should I write here?
Array of I.
Yeah, array of I in the sense
I
here.
mean marks of I. I mean.
Yeah, marks, or I can take any other element or a variable, sorry. I'm taking 5. So here I will write something, some cout statement to display some elements and one for loop. Why? Because this I have to display in array format. So again some cout statement. This is for displaying, and here finally I'm doing something. So some logic is written in this. Right. Now we require main statement is this one. What is the difference between marks and why I have taken here array? Here I did not mention any array. Only I have written marks. So here what is our heading? See once properly. Passing. What is that? Passing arrays as function parameter. So here I am passing array. When we call a function by passing an array as the argument, only name of the array is used. Only name of the array is used whenever we are passing an array as argument. Remember the word clearly. Again I'm saying, when we call a function, we are calling a function by passing an array as the argument. So what is saying here? Only name of array is used. Name of array is used. Okay, that means name of the array here, it is going to, see for example, whenever an array is initialized, local variable is stored in main memory. Now what is here? What is my main memory variable? We already discussed about this call by value, call by reference memory, how it is going to be stored, everything we discussed, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, what is my variable here? That, or else array marks, isn't it? Marks is stored now in main memory. Did you remember call by value, call by reference? That time same thing I have explained you.
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am. Ma'am, here you're explaining like output should be what, ma'am? The elements in array
Only displaying. This will be displayed 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 here. some student 1 is, marks of 1 is 10, marks of student 2 is 20, in that way. Or else something will be displayed. These
Okay.
values will be displayed, whatever it may be. Yeah, in our main method, what is happening? Whenever array is initialized, local variable, this is marks is local to this main method or not? Yes or no? And here m is variable, what is this, local to this display method, right? Marks is local to main method, m is local to this, which one? Display method or display function. If I use marks here, what will happen? You already have seen, I think, when you're working with functions. If I write any statement regarding marks in this display method, what will happen?
Ma'am, means like it will not, like what if we change anything there, it will be changed there.
Now, for example, here I am writing some cout statement, something written here. If I write here marks, what it will get here? What you will get here? You'll get an error, right? Why? Because this is not declared in this scope. This is declared in this scope. In the main method, it is declared. Yes, clear? That means you did not work properly with functions. Do you have the next class? 10 o'clock, do you have the class?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We have in class.
Okay.
Perfect.
Only this one I will say you. The remaining tomorrow I will continue. So now marks is local to this main method. Now, for example, display method is there now in our program. In this display method, what is the variable stored? What is the variable? Just now I told you m is variable. Now some memory is created for that. Whenever an array is initialized, local variable is stored in the main memory, and this is continued with this memory allocation. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here, for example, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. Now, what is the address of this? For example, 2000 is address of this. That is going to be stored here. In the same way, 2000 is going to be stored here, and this is pointed to this one. That's it. So here, when I say display of marks, what it is pointed? Now, total array is pointed, or else only the address of the first array is pointed.
Ma'am, I
Only
think
this is 2000 is
address-
pointed, isn't it? So only the basic address, only base address can be passed whenever I'm using here. Afterwards, whenever it is entering to the loop, it is going on incrementing, and then only it is going to display for us. So be careful when you are working with arrays, when you are passing in the functions. Okay. Yes, clear. And tomorrow we'll continue with the next thing, same thing. Once again, I will explain you this one. So, still anyone is having any doubts?
Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, what is the int value, ma'am, in Dev C++?
Int value,
The size of int, ma'am.
2 bytes.
2, okay.
Forgot.
Um,
Okay, that is nothing but 2 bytes. And the range also I have sent you already. I think you did not go through that.
ma'am,
Yeah.
the initial size will be in hexadecimal, I think. Is correct. I have down.
No. Initial size means it starts with 0.
Yes, ma'am, it's initially starting the area, it's a hexadecimal, no, ma'am.
No, no. Integer value directly say there, no. Okay, everyone, did you get that recordings?